Jaime and Maya, a young couple, share a home in London. They adore each other and think of each other as soulmates. One day, Maya is thrilled to learn that she is pregnant. She shares the news with Jaime, who is just as excited. Jaime goes to get some champagne to toast this new chapter of their lives together. While on his way, Jaime is stopped by a group of thugs. Jaime ignores them and continues on, carrying a champagne bottle in his hands. Jaime reaches home, not realizing he is followed by the group all the way. They break in and begin to beat him. His wife, Maya, who quickly hid in the toilet, tries calling the police, but the gang breaks in and grab her by her hair. They start kicking and punching Maya repeatedly. After that, Jaime informs them of her pregnancy and asks them to not hit her. As the cops intervene, the thugs quickly leave. Thankfully, Maya was not severely hurt. On the other hand, in Ireland's countryside, Jaime's aunt, Maeve, takes her last breath. After the attack, Jaime and Maya seize the chance to go to a new place and explore their new house in rural Ireland, which they received from Jaime's great-aunt Maeve after she passed away. They run into Maeve. She was close to Maeve and was a good friend. She was the comic among the group. Suddenly, she exhibits somewhat odd behavior toward them. She takes them to the house's backyard, where she informs them about a strange thing. There is a small door that leads outside. Maeve insists that the couple leave a liver offering at the door every evening. Maya inquires as to why this is practiced. Maeve explains that it is for the red caps that live in the forest, and requests that Maya view it as a harmless superstition. Maeve then narrates the story of Jaime's auntie, who lived a miserable life. Her husband passed away first from pneumonia. Following that, her child was lost. After that, Maeve began to blame herself and completely shut herself off from the joys and happiness of the world. Maeve claimed it was a punishment for abandoning conventional wisdom and practices. She had a family, but she neglected to show respect for the less fortunate ones. Then Maeve started this tradition. The redcaps are goblin-like creatures from rural Ireland, and the folklore there tells stories of these redcaps who live in forests and gardens, possessing evil intentions and powers. That's why Maeve wants the couple to keep this tradition going. Maya makes a commitment to continue this custom after hearing the story. They relocate to the home and alter every piece of furniture there. Maya accidentally finds a picture of a little girl. This is a picture of Aunt Maeve's daughter, who she lost. They are unable to modify several of their household items. As a result, they decided to hire a professional to repair their house and renovate it. Later, they head to the market to get some items for their house. They are not charged by the store owner. He claims Maeve assisted him, so he won't ask them for money. They stop at a place on the way and hire the Whalen family for the roof repair of their house. Afterwards, they proceed to Maeve's pub, where they are greeted by everyone. All of a sudden, everyone is eerily looking at them. Rory queries whether the roof of the house is intact, as it may have collapsed due to a recent storm, and things scattered everywhere. The pair claims to have employed the Whalens for that purpose. They all then go silent. They hear from Rory that those people are decent, and that they also carry out all the work. He does, however, advise Jaime not to leave his wife with them unattended. If he does, they will be playing tricks on her. Hearing this, Maeve kicks Rory out, which confuses the couple. As they talk, Maeve asks Maya if she fed the red caps. Maya remembers that she did not, and affirms that she forgot about it. Maeve secludes Maya and claims that they must be hungry. Maeve reminds Maya of her commitment to feeding them. What if she didn't feed them? Maya wonders. Maeve replies to that by saying that, at the bottom of the garden, in the woods, she once spotted one. She added that they are not happy little creatures, and the consequences will be terrible if they are not fed. Also, they require food daily. Maya apologizes and assures Maeve she will feed the red caps regularly. Rory is on the way home with his dog, and all of a sudden, Molly, Rory's dog, gets unleashed, and it runs towards the forest. He seeks him out in the woods. He hears a person sobbing. As Rory approaches the man to give comfort, he attacks Rory. Maya and Jaime wake up believing that someone has broken into their home the following morning. The Whalens, who have come to fix their house, are discovered when they examine it. Mr. Whalen enjoys referring to himself as Daddy. He has 3 kids, Aisling, Owen, and Killian, who support their father at his work whenever they get the time. Whalen suggests that they should begin in the kitchen. Whalen intrigues Maya a little. After that, they visit the supermarket to purchase liver for the red caps. The Whalens, meanwhile, are looking through the personal items of the couple. Jaime and Maya visit Aunt Maeve's grave with a flower. According to the father, Maeve's child's body was never discovered. Maya and Jaime are a bit stunned by this information. They run into Maeve on their way home. She informs them that Rory left the bar the previous evening, but has not yet arrived at his home. Maya asks Maeve about her claim about Aunt Maeve's daughter was murdered, but apparently, the daughter vanished when she was just 2 years old and her body was never discovered. Maeve tells Maya an old story about the infant who was abandoned, as a condition of a bargain with the redcaps to spare the life of the child's father. Yet, Maya questions whether the infant's loss was the result of postpartum depression. The Whalens quickly establish their aggressive and chaotic nature. Aisling and Killian, the younger children, frequently look at personal items in the house and take small objects. They smoke cannabis in front of the house. They are forbidden to do so by Jaime. Maya is getting ready to take a bath, and Owen is watching her. Maya starts to shout out of fear. When Whalen learns of this, he apologizes to them both and vows that it won't happen again in the future. Maya goes to the garden door of the red caps to feed them. She continues to use the same plate, but eventually it is empty. Maya is convinced by this to trust Maeve's red cap story. The Whalens return the following day and begin their job. But by accident, Owen smashes the house's window. Jamie becomes really upset at this. Daddy Whalen then proceeds to strike Owen. He is prevented from doing so by Maya. Later, Maya hears a dog barking while she is on a walk. She believes Rory is in the woods and may even have returned. She enters the woods to have a look for that reason. She pursues Molly once she spots her and discovers a stone shrine dedicated to the Red Caps. Meyer is unable to determine who created this location or why. She runs into Owen as she tries to get home. He tells her about his father's mistreatment towards him. Listening to his story, Maya tries to comfort him, but taking advantage of that, Owen tries to harass her. The Red Caps, as Maya later describes them, then haul him away. As soon as she gets there, Meyer informs Jamie of this. She screams that she has something she wants to show him. She then takes Jamie to the same fortress-like structure where the Red Caps reside. She claims that Owen attempted to touch her. However, unexpectedly, Red Caps arrived and snatched Owen away. These claims are untrue in Jamie's eyes. He is upset with her. He suggests that she might have lost her mind for the first time in her life. He then asks Maya to go home and goes to Maeve's bar himself. Aisling and Killian enter the bar. They also see Jamie there. They both sit next to him and ask him about Owen. They ask him if he has seen Owen, to which he claims not to have seen him since the morning. They then begin babbling rubbish to Jamie. As soon as Maeve arrives, he asks them to leave the bar. Meyer is by herself at home, yet she senses a presence. Her home has been invaded by a Red Cap carrying a plastic bag. The Red Cap approaches her and gives her the bag and returns without injuring her. As he is departing, Maya clicks a photo of the creature. She finds Owen's head inside when she checks inside the plastic bag. Maya tells Jamie everything about her encounter with the Red Cap when he gets back. She tells him how the creature came to her with the head in a plastic bag, like a delivery man, and left without harming her. When Jamie sees the bag, he is horrified. As she is trying to explain, she shows him the picture she took earlier. But astonishingly, the Red Caps are gone in the picture. As this happens, the Whalens also visit their home. He makes a request to open the door. He wants to converse with them. He believes they are aware of Owen's disappearance. Jamie says they are unrelated to it and locks his doors. He asks them to leave and threatens them with calling the police. The Whalens, however, cut off the communication wires. Jamie and Meyer are unable to communicate with anyone because all the connections are lost. Aisling discovers Meyer as she sneaks out of the home to throw the bag away. As she picks the bag up, she discovers Owen's head inside the bag. Maya finds a way to get out and sneaks into the woods. Whalen is informed that Owen has passed away. He instructs Aisling to burn down the house and destroy it. Jamie is beaten by Killian, who grabs him. Meyer enters the woods and starts making calls for help. Yet there is no one there. She encounters the creatures and promises to offer anything they ask for. Inside the home, Aisling notices that the fire has abruptly been extinguished. She is taken aback by this. Jamie will soon be ended by Killian, until the Red Caps arrive and attack Killian and Whalen as well. They are astonished to see them. What exactly is this? This scary situation makes Maya freak out, and her water breaks. Aisling finds Maya and tries to choke her. Suddenly, Red Caps capture her and begin tormenting her. Killian and Aisling are slain by the Red Caps. When Jamie arrives at Maya's location, Whalen shows up there. He fires at Jamie and accuses him of murdering his children in front of Maya. He's going to take her kid instead of her as revenge. When Molly finally appears and she bites Whalen, Whalen drops the weapon he was holding in his hand. Maya picks it up and shoots Whalen. In this way, the family survives. The same night, Maya gives birth to another child. Meyer and Jaime are happy with their newborn child for a short period of time. One day, while Meyer is inside the house, Jaime is washing his car. The Red Caps kidnap the infant. In exchange for their assistance, the infant was taken. Following them to the shrine, Meyer identifies an elderly woman as the long-lost daughter of Jaime's aunt, whom the Red Caps had been holding on to. They are not allowed to keep Maya's daughter. Maya slaughters a Red Cap and uses her bare hands to smash the elderly woman's skull. She and her daughter return to the house, and Jaime watches in horrified wonder as Meyer is christened with the blood and skull of the elderly woman, seemingly being announced as the new Mother Red Cap.